That's weird. I guess it doesn't. It's not gonna let me do that. Give a little bit for. Let's see. Hey everyone. Ernesto, what's going on, man? Fredo, what's up? Jeff, how's it going? Yeah, man, it's getting hot out there. Slab Buster, there he is. Thanks for being here. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. Give a little bit for everyone to kind of trickle in, but hope everyone's having a good evening. I was gonna go live on Monday, but I was actually out there with Ernesto on the water. I had that day off, which has been pretty rare lately, and we were out there putting some fish in the boat. So by the time I got back, and it was hot and I was tired, I just didn't even mess with it. And yesterday I worked and didn't have time, but today we figure I'd get on for a little bit. Don't plan on being on here for super long. Just kind of wanted to touch base with how the bite's been going. Jimmy Henry, thanks for being here. How's it going? Albert Hyasaw, how are you doing, kid? Doing good, man. Thanks for being here. How about you? Slab says he hasn't been doing much crappie fishing lately, been on Bassmaster Trail. Yeah, I've been seeing that, man. Hey, fish is a fish, you know. It's hot out there on that boat. It really is. Barfly, thanks for being here, man. Hope everyone's doing good, but the bite's been just as hot as the weather's been. If you can hang out there, you'll catch a bunch of fish. That is for sure. Have y'all been going out there, or y'all been kind of waiting, or just getting off the water early, or night fishing, or how's everyone getting out there? Just battling the heat like me? My hair is crazy again. It's like that every day. Just got crazy hair. Crappie Express, there he is. What's up? Thanks for being here, man. Slab says he's gonna get after him again this weekend, hopefully. Yeah, man, hopefully. I don't know how hot it is over there, man, but it's triple digits for days and days and days over here. They're already comparing this year to 2011 and 1980, which were both really warm years. I remember 2011 just because the Mavs won the championship that year, but Crappie Express, haven't done any fishing since back-to-back 100-degree days. Yeah, I don't. There's some day, and then the thing that I've been finding, man, is the bite's not that good early too. So it's like you get up early, you get out there and try and beat the heat, but I've just not found that to be productive. Mark Williams, thanks for being here, man. Hope you're doing good down that way. I know you're catching fish down there. Slab Buster says he went on a night trip a few weeks ago, didn't really do that good. Oh man, at least you weren't burning up. You know, that's definitely a perk of night fishing. I'd love to do more of that, but I just don't have time. Nights for sleeping for me right now. When I can get sleep at night. But yeah, like I said, don't plan on being on here super long, but so I kind of go over, by the way, I got my NASA shirt on. I don't know if y'all have seen all those telescopes or those pictures from that telescope they got. It's pretty cool. Crappie Express, I might try night this week. Maybe try for some cats. There you go, man. Yeah, cats, I'm sure, you know, bite pretty good at night too. That's a lot of the cat fishing I've done has been at night. Slab Buster, it's been the same here, but today we got a break. Today overcast, most of the day humid, dropped a little, anything helps. Yeah, man, we haven't had even that. It's been really, really hot. Barfly says he's gonna do some fishing Saturday. Slapbuster, yeah, it's nice at night, 100%. Yep, that's true. K King. Y'all hear my wife in the background? I think she's on the phone. Y'all might be able to hear her. K King, thanks for being here, man. Good seeing everyone. Yeah, good seeing all you guys, and it's I'm like I said, I'm glad to be back on here talking, just anything catching up. Andy Chase, there he is. Thanks for being here, man. But me too. Barfly is the best. He's all right. But I'm gonna kind of go over just kind of the basics of what I'm finding across the lakes, you know, DFW. So I've been fishing different lakes. I actually went to, I've been on my home lake. I've been to Louisville. Went to Ray Roberts once. I'm actually gonna put some of those videos out pretty soon, I think. But found bites strong in all of them. So just the number one thing that I'm finding, you know, obviously like in the last couple of videos, I'm using small jigs, like inch long profile, light jigs, 16th ounce, 32nd ounce, when the wind allows it. Sometimes I'll double up to get that jig down there a little bit, but just fishing brush, rock, and timber, and it's been producing. Slapbuster said there's been a heat advisory the last 2 weeks here, ready for fall. Yeah, there's been a heat advisory for about like that tier too. It's been a really, really hot year, that's for sure. Crappie Express, even the wake boats have been to a minimum. I haven't seen over 2 at a time lately. Usually there's 5 to 9 any given day. That heat, yeah, it's got to be that heat. But so the bite's been strong. So like I said, I've been fishing those things. I've been finding, especially lately, especially like the last week or two since I was on live last, but in that time frame, the fish for me have pushed out even further. So they're no more in that. I'd say you're gonna have trouble catching fish shallower than about 15 foot on most of the lakes that I've been fishing. Not to say you can't catch any, because you can, but for me, the bite's better out past 15 foot. I'd say last majority of the time, 20 foot plus has been better for me. If I can get 20 foot or deeper on this, you know, timber brush and stuff like that, then the bite's been a lot better. Thank you, me too. I appreciate it. Slap said he doesn't like summer fishing for many reasons. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, Barfly. Yeah, I appreciate it. I know you do too, man. Yeah, I can tackle. What's going on? I'm off the water by 10 a.m. Yeah. And see, that's the thing, man. So with me, 10 a.m. is when they start biting. I tell a lot. I was talking to Ernesto about that on Monday, and I was like, man, like 10 o'clock, it's really when it gets going. That sun gets up high. That sun, you know, gets higher angle, and it's been out for longer. Those fish really tend to congregate down in that brush. Early in the morning, they're kind of scattered a little bit. They've been feeding a little bit, so they're kind of a little more roamy. But as that sun gets up and starts to get hot, they kind of start locking down on that brush and stuff. And that's what I like. I want them to be at where I'm fishing. So I was telling him, you know, like as the day goes on, it's gonna get better and better. And sure enough, that's what it did. You know, like 11, 12, 1 o'clock, it was starting to get really good, and it was brutally hot. But that's when they bite. It's just crazy. Frank Serrano, thanks for being here. Hope everyone's staying cool. Yeah, for sure. Hope everyone's staying cool out there. Talking about trying to have power problems here in Texas again. Unless I'm kayak creek fishing. Yeah, the creek you can kind of get away from. You know, you got a little more shade and all that. You can probably hang out there a little longer. Frank Serrano, too. You two are some of the best. Oh, thank you so much, Frank. I appreciate it. Andy Chase says he'll probably go out fishing Sunday morning at Lake Ray Hubbard. Yeah, man, I've been really wanting to get out that way. I try to avoid that lake, and really I try to not even fish on the weekends. It's just not fun. Barfly said, when I take clients out, I won't even start till 9 a.m. or later. Yep, and that's the thing, you know, a lot of times clients, they're just like not understanding, you know, like, why are we starting so late? You know, for white bass, you know, sand bass and hybrids and stuff like that, early morning is probably better, you know, striper, whatever. But crappie is just not like that. I've found that to be the case. Majority of the time, I don't know why. I'm trying to think of anywhere, even like in the creeks in the winter, I don't really notice like an early morning bite and they're just done. It seems like, you know, they'll kind of bite. For me, I mean, I'm not an early riser anyway, especially now, but you know, I'll get out there whenever I do 8, 9 o'clock and just start fishing and usually start doing good. But in the winter, that is in the creeks. But right now, I'll get out there and I just won't see that many fish on a lot of the stuff I'm fishing early until about 9, 10 o'clock, and then it starts getting good. Yak and Tackle, I like to watch you, Barfly, and Tommy Ezel when he posts. I'm near Tyler, 5 miles from Lake Palestine. There you go, man. You're in the zone over there. The fishing is really good over there. Slapbuster down here on the Alabama River. It's like Sip Lakes. The hotter it gets, the better they bite. I've been hearing reports bite is great now. Yep, it's just like that here too, man. The hotter, the better. Frank Serrano, you're welcome. Appreciate it again. Andy Chase, hybrids are starting to show up. I'm catching them almost every time I fish now. Most of them are small, of course, because they just got stocked. Nice. Yeah, that's great to hear. So I've been fishing Louisville this year too, and they did the same thing at Louisville, Andy. So there's a ton of juvenile hybrids, like probably 13 to 16 inch long hybrids, and I know it's a sad deal, but I know for a fact a lot of them little baby hybrids are getting kept just because they're sized so much like a sand bass right now. There probably are some keeper hybrids in Louisville right now, but I don't think there's many. I mean, I don't think there's more than 15, 20 fully grown adult hybrids in Louisville right now. I think the last stocking before this last one, well, they stocked last year, they stocked this year too. The last one before that was like 2018, 2019. So those fish might even been 2017. So those fish are, 4 or 5 years old, and they just don't live that long. Gary, there he is. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Barfly's right. The sun drives them in the structure and shade. Bite gets better. Yeah, if y'all could, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate that. YouTube likes that. That helped me out a ton. And we're growing, you guys. Just the summertime's always been pretty slow, view-wise and growth-wise and everything. But I feel like this year we're kind of taking a little step forward. I'm gonna put this down just a little bit. Kind of taking a little step forward. It seems like growth's been a little better this year. And definitely can't complain with that. It's been good, I'm thankful. I really am. There's a lot of ways to do the YouTube game and all that, and I feel like I'm definitely trying to do it the best way I can, the right way. Not take any shortcuts. Just be me, Slapbuster, I would think views would be better. Everyone at home out of the heat watching crappie vids. Yeah, that's true, man. And then I think I've always wondered why that is, the view. I mean, I know a lot of my viewer base is, from the creek stuff and bank fishing and things like that, but it just, I don't know. I put it like this. This so far has been the best summer that I've had, view-wise and everything, views-wise. So definitely can't complain. I don't know, too, if it's just because the channel's growing a little bit. So maybe I'm just getting a little better, getting out there a little better. But, growth, all I ask for is growth. I just want to see some growth, even small. I mean, obviously, fast growth would be great. But, steady slow growth is all I can ask for too. You know, just as long as we're, you know, growing and improving and y'all are enjoying the videos, that's all I can really, you know, ask for. Gary, no, I have not. No, I was busy Monday. And I didn't want to not do live this week. I wanted to, you know, try and keep it every other week. So I just went ahead and went live today. But no, Mondays, Gary, Mondays are my normal live times. I just was busy this week. Paul catches them all. There he is. There's the man. Yeah, we're doing great, man. Hope you and your family are doing great also. Yep, barfly's right there too. No shortcuts. Just hunt them down, put the time in, and do it the right way. You know, there's so many ways to cut corners and do this and do that, and you know that's just not us. You know, I mean, I've just always, you know, I really do kind of enjoy the pursuit, the hunt, you know, searching, finding. If you go out there, you know, get skunked twice at a creek, for instance, and then you go out there one day and just wear them out, it makes that good time so much better. You know, if you go out there and just wear them out every single time, I mean, it'd be great, but you wouldn't quite appreciate those good days as much. Slapbuster, man, a lot of people like bank vids and old school ways of catching them like me. I love watching long line vids, still pulling crankbaits, etc. Yeah, I think that's part of it too. You know, I mean, I got tons of video without Livescope, but it seems to be like there's kind of a big push on you know, no Livescope being used, this and that. And I do every now and then I'll do a video without it. You know, Livescope is so easy to. Livescope will almost hurt you in a way, because it's so effective, so efficient. You almost get to a point where you just don't even want to go out there without it. And you know, as a viewer, I totally understand that gets kind of boring after a while. And so, you know, I try to really do different things. You know, I don't focus so much on Livescope. I kind of just fish. Livescope's there. You know, I'll show a picture of the fish every now and then, but it's just a tool to help me locate fish. Livescope is not the main point of videos. But I definitely think if you have Livescope and you're good with it, it's definitely good to get, you know, go walk the bank without it. Go fish somewhere without it, that you don't have to have it. I mean, I think it's good for you to still do both. And it's definitely hard. A lot of times I'm just like, I don't even want to chance not doing any good, but I do enjoy fishing without it too. Frank Serrano, been here watching reruns of kid and barfly videos better than I've stuff on TV. Oh, thanks, Frank. Appreciate that. Slap says he's never pulled planer board, so it's interesting to me. Yeah, I have never done that either, man. That is pretty cool. Paul catches them all. Agreed. Sometimes when the fishing is rough, it makes it that much more special when you get into them. Yep. And, you know, the winter's a grind a lot of times around here, man. It's just creeks are hit or miss. Weather's not cold enough. You know, the rain, it blows the creeks out, so we have to find different fish and different, you know, lakes. And so it's good, like, when we get to this point now. It'll get old eventually, but, you know, right now the fishing's good. It's going to be good all the way until the fish go up in the creeks. And then it's going to start getting more hit or miss. But it's still doable for sure. PP drawings. How often do you find crappie in the same place on consecutive days? Because the crappie here are always in a different location and new locations. Sometimes they're just nowhere to be found. That's a good question. So right now, I'd say right now is the most consistent time of the year. So right now, you know, it's 100 degrees, 105 degrees every single day. The sun's out mostly every day. You know, there's no major cold fronts coming in and out. The nights are the same temperature. Very, very consistent weather, and so the fishing's very consistent. The fish right now, I'm finding every day I go, I find them in the same exact places they were the last time, and they will be there until November-ish, when that water cools off below like 60 degrees. What on earth is that noise out there? Once that water gets below 60 degrees, then fish are going to start moving around. 55 degrees and lower, they're going to really start moving and changing locations. But as for consistently finding them in the same place every day, right now is the best. And it's going to be the best all summer long until about November-ish. When you find them right now, typically, at least, I'm not sure where you are, PP drawings, but right now, the here in Texas, it's just they're in the same places every single day. Elk bow, active target. There you go. Active targets too. Slabbuster, I've seen the new LVS 62 scope deucer coming out. They say it's for deep water, ocean fishing, etc. Nice. Yeah, they have that new transducer I've seen. To me, it seems like it's more geared toward bass fishing, because you can see better further out, which honestly, I don't really do a lot of that. I don't fish. When I'm fishing, I'm pretty zoomed in, so I don't know how much it would actually help me, Slab. I do wonder though. Andy Chase, Sandy, crappie, and hybrid videos in that order for me. When it comes to fishing videos, I like to watch. Yeah, man, I need to do more like white bass fishing. It's just kind of what, it's kind of my bread and butter. It really is, and so I really enjoy fishing for crappie, and it's hard for me to pull away a lot of times and go try something different and do this, do that. So it definitely makes it tough for me to get out there and try different species. In the spring, I'm all on the sand bass and hybrids if they're in there. Barfly, yeah, fall and winter we don't use a Livescope though. No, in the winter we're just walking the bank. Every now and then we'll take the kayak in there and scope around, but that's really it. Most of the time that water's too shallow anyway to even see what you're doing. So, Slab ORXR62 deucer, I think it is. Oh, okay. Vicky, thanks for being here. Fishing with Fredo. Sorry we're late, everybody. What's up, EU? No worries, man. No worries. Paul catches them all. Half the spots I fish crappie are there year-round, stacked too, but getting them to bite is the same. Getting them to bite the same is different. Yeah, that's the thing too. You got to get them to bite once you found them, That's the thing too. I'm in Georgia. That's great information to know, man. I need to check some other locations on the lake. Yeah, man, that's great. Georgia's pretty similar because it's hot over there. Like, I know, depending on where you find them, they may move around from day to day, but if you find them out there deep, offshore, brush piles, things like that, they really shouldn't move too much on you. Slab Buster, yeah, they're saying if you use it for crappie, it's not worth getting over the other two. Yeah, that's what I've been seeing too. Elk bow here in New Mexico. Crappie may be somewhat shallower in the mornings, but usually the same place off of points where the drop-offs are or structure, and thousands under the marina suspended. Yeah, that's pretty similar to here. In the morning, you'll find some fish a little shallower, and the same for the evening too, a little shallower, but in the middle of the day, they're 20 foot plus, depending on how clear that water is and how deep that lake fishes. But yeah, so bite's been good. Ray Roberts, had a limit pretty quick. I didn't keep any fish, but a lot of little fish out there. But I really enjoy fishing Ray Roberts. I don't get up there as much as I'd like to. Just get away from the boat traffic. I mean, there's just not the boat traffic up there like it is everywhere else. Fishing Floyd, thanks for being here, man. But yeah, you guys. So if y'all want, if you want to support the channel monetarily, we got the super chat. There's a Cash App. I'm sure my wife will put that in there too. And I'm not gonna sit on here and beg you guys to send money or anything like that. But if you feel the desire to, it's greatly appreciated. You know, as always, it goes back to the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. Let's see, Fredo, you got a nice suntan, buddy. Yeah, man. Man. So like I said, I was out there Monday, and it was hot. Like I got a good tan, but I've been really doing good this year with sunscreen. I think I've burnt like once, I think so far, and I didn't burn super bad. Didn't peel or nothing. So just wearing my big hat, jumping in the water. When I'm filming, it's kind of hard to wear that hat because I have the head cam. But I definitely try to do my best on that. Railroad guy, Jeff, you've been a grapevine. Oh yeah, Jeff, I've been out there a lot. Been doing pretty good. Elbow, barfly, live in Albuquerque, but usually fish Elephant Butte. Come by and we'll go out. Born and raised in Hobbs, says barfly. I appreciate that, Elkbow. I'm not sure if you're talking to me or Terry. Yeah, my mother-in-law's over in El Salvador right now, so that's who she was talking to. Both, says Elkbow. Well, yeah, you guys. I mean, I don't have a lot else to talk about. Does anyone have anything else they wanna talk about or ask or anything like that? I mean, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. That's why I don't go live every week, especially this time of year. There's not a lot that changes, you know, in a week's period. more things are likely to change in 2-week period versus one. So. K King, you fish bridge pilings at all? I do, K King. I try to stay away from bridges for the most part, but I will fish some bridges. I'm actually going to put some. I do want to put a bridge video out pretty quick myself. So yeah, I definitely have. I fished lots of bridge pilings over the years. Back when I had the tube and the kayak only, I would fish that a lot and do pretty well. It's definitely, I mean, it's a good place if you just want to catch some fish and don't have Livescope and things like that. But now that I have the boat, I try to not fish the bridge. If I'm fishing the bridge, usually it's to get out of the heat a little bit and cool off and just kind of goof around. Paul, honestly, I've had it for 3 months and only been crappie fishing twice. My home life has been really busy. Last few times got out, I've been cat fishing. Hopefully soon get it dialed in. Nice, Paul. Yeah, man, I totally get home life being really busy. Day versus night, jigs versus live, says Elkbow. Elkbow, I've heard that minnows do better at night than jigs do. And I've been actually doing mostly jigs this year as far as the day goes. Slab, I fish all the shady banks, no crappie there. You keep those shady banks checked, huh, Slab? Paul, keep crappie. All right, bud, gotta run. Keep rocking with the good content, brother. Take care. Thank you, man. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. You be safe and good seeing you. Gary says he has to get back to work. Catch up later. Keep up the great videos. Thanks so much, Gary. Appreciate it. You have a great rest of your day, man. Scent and nibbles don't work, says Barfly. That's right. Don't waste your money on those, in my opinion. Isaac Doe. Hey, do you know how the crappies are biting at Little Elm in Louisville? I'm going there tomorrow for the first time. I usually go to Westlake, but I'm looking to explore new places. So the crappie bite's been really good. I mean, I'm not sure if you're talking from the bank or the boat, or Louisville's been fishing pretty well. I mean, considering how slow the rest of the year is, really. Look for deep timber, 15 plus foot. The bridge over there is holding fish. I know it is, always is. And then brush piles and rocks, if you can find them, submerged timber, 15, 25 foot. K King, one of the deeper spots, 18 plus here on my local lake. Yeah, must be a smaller lake. That's not too deep. I think some of the lakes I think Ray Roberts. I wonder how deep. I know Grapevine at its deepest is like 60, 65 foot. I'm not sure about Ray Roberts. I'm not sure about Louisville either. Louisville's probably 50 is probably deepest. I could be wrong. I think Ray Roberts is probably like 70, something like that. Fishing with Fredo. Kid, do you think Livescope has busted the myth that the crappie love shade and in the hot sun? Man, you know, I definitely think that is true, Fredo, because a lot of times, so if I'm fishing a brush pile, a lot of times, like let's say this is the brush pile in my hand, those crappie are sitting up top on that brush pile. And they're not there, they're getting full on sun. Those fish are there in ambush mode, and I tell everyone, when you see those crappie sitting up high like that on top of cover, they're gonna bite really quick. Do you use glow jigs? Says Albert Highsaw. I don't think I have any that glow. I have used them in the past and done pretty well with them. But as far as having any right now, I really don't. Pescando con Roger, there he is. Thanks for being here, buddy. I hope all is well. Elkbow, I bought some colored rubber bands, wrap some jig heads. Amazing. There you go. Okay, Crappie Express says the deepest he's seen it on Louisville is like 60. Okay, so it's kind of like Grapevine. I think the deepest I've seen on Grapevine is 65. Which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I think Texoma is like over 100 foot deep in some places, if I remember right. Is Ray Roberts that deep? Okay, I thought I've heard that too, but I couldn't remember. Crappie Express says Ray Roberts is 100 foot deep in some places too. Fishing Floyd says Moglows are decent. Yeah, Moglows I think are what I used back then. You know, that kind of thing definitely, you know, works. I'm not a big color person, but I definitely think, you know, glow would help them see the, like, you know, silhouette of a jig and everything better. So glow jigs works for me, especially under the bridges, says Andy. That makes sense. You know, a little darker water, maybe they can see that glow a little better. Barfly says I dropped Moglows on crappie on Livescope and they ran from them. Yep. Roger says he found them in a creek 10 foot of water. Yep. In the creeks, man, they'll get shallow, especially if that water is a little off color. They'll stay shallow in those creeks. They really will. A lot of those fish up there in those creeks right now are resident fish. Those fish don't ever leave. You know, I think it's a, you know, misconception that creek fish are only there in the winter and spring and fall, but they're there all year round to an extent. Now, I don't think you're going to go in there and just limit out, you know, or anything like that, but you can definitely catch some fish in creeks, all creeks right now for that matter. I definitely think the majority of the fish right now are deep on the main lake. Just better oxygen, just more food. Well, yeah, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. You know, I didn't want to take too long, but wanted to kind of touch base and let y'all know how everything's been going. Crappie Express, I think water clarity changes a lot of fish depth. Yep, that it does, man. The shallower lakes, or not shallower, those muddier lakes, those fish will tend to be shallower. If those fish, if that lake's really clear, those fish will be way deeper. And it makes sense, you know, if they'll get shallower if in that muddy water, because they feel safer. If that water's super clear, they're not going to be up there in a foot of water where everything can see them. You know, it makes sense in that aspect. Barfly says, I saw Coyote, whatever his name is, catching them in the creeks too recently. Yeah, he's been over there catching them in the creeks too. Those resident fish, you know, they're there. I tend to leave those creeks for the winter myself. Oh, no worries, Roger. Thanks for being here, man. I hope you're doing good and catch the next one, man. Slab, I caught some crappie last time I went and less than 5 foot of water, no biggins, but Crappie, water temp 90 plus. Yep. I've seen that before too, and actually we're probably going to start seeing it pretty quick. On Louisville, those fish will get in 2 foot of water like they're spawning. Especially, I'm trying to think, I think the years that I've done it is years like this when it's been really hot, really dry, no rain, and it's super constant, water level. That water's slowly dropping, and it's not going to fluctuate a whole lot. And they'll get real shallow right now. Especially if that thermocline sets in real hard, somewhat shallow. They can't go below it, so. Mark says barfly. He says the creek it was Chambers. Yeah, I think I saw that. That's a pretty deep creek. I haven't been over there in a while. It's a pretty deep creek. Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap it up. Turner, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here. I think I'm on a elk bow, same here at lunch, 6 foot deep, hot, like they were coming out of the mud. Yep. Yeah, that's his area, says barfly. Yep, that is his area. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. Stephen Hawkins, thanks for being here. No worries. K King, I appreciate you for being here, man. I really do. Thanks so much for taking the time to stop in and chat with me and talk, and I'm really, really thankful. Oh, thanks, Slab. You too, man. Stay safe out there. Drink a lot of water, you guys. Don't forget sunscreen. Jump in the water if you have to, if you can. And be careful out there in that heat. It's no joke. And, last thing you want is to get in trouble out there on the water in your boat in the middle of the summer. It's a bad, bad combination. So drink plenty of water and take it easy out there. Take breaks when you need it. Yeah, I saw that, Mark. His spot was it's just sad. That's why, we're so secretive with all these spots, and it's just you can't. There's so many that just don't care, respect the area or whatever, trash it out. People buy it and close it down because they don't want trash all in it. Can't blame them. So it's just a bad deal. But thanks, Frank. You have a good night too. Oh, no problem, Fredo. Thanks for being here. See you later, Roger. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe. Take it easy, and we'll catch you in the next one.